Most horror builds toward a moment. The monster appears. The door slams. The jump scare lands. You can prepare for it. You can even crave it. But some images offer no build-up at all. A shopping trip, a family dinner, a walk to the mailbox. And then something shifts. Not into terror, but into absence. The person is just gone, no warning.
No reason, no finale. That abrupt, unceremonious disappearance haunts me more than any creature.
Because it suggests that the world does not need a villain to end you. It only needs a single ordinary second to be in the wrong place. This is the central question buried inside an obscure collection called The Probability. Echo Archive. It is presented as a series of 7 incident reconstructions.
Each one a meticulous recreation of a fatal accident, using security footage,
home video, and recorded voice logs. The archive's stated purpose is to demonstrate
that these events were truly random. But the longer you stay with the reconstructions,
the more obvious it becomes that the archive is not proving randomness.
It is hiding a pattern it does not want you to name.
I'm going to examine 3 of these incident files, the details that the official summaries overlook, and the theory that turns the archive from a memorial into something far more uncomfortable. The first file is titled Birthday, 3:42 p.m. It opens with footage from a child's party. Balloons, a cake, laughter. A girl, maybe 8, runs out the back door toward a pool. The camera pans away to capture a South Asian parent lighting candles. And in that exact moment, a splash is heard. The recording continues for 11 more seconds, still focused on the cake, before anyone reacts. Before the camera pans back, you can see a shadow on the pool deck. It does not belong to any party guest. It is tall, thin, and bent slightly forward, as if leaning to watch. That shadow never appears again in any family photograph, but it does appear in the next file. Elevator 6, Maintenance Log 14, is a set of security recordings from a commercial building. The elevator passed all safety inspections that morning. At 11:17 a.m., a janitor steps inside, presses the button for the 4th floor, and begins to hum. The camera captures him adjusting his cap. The cables snap. The car drops. The footage does not cut away. It holds on the empty shaft for 2 minutes and 4 seconds. The frame rate stutters once, and in that stutter, the same tall shadow.
Visible, standing precisely where the janitor had been. The maintenance logs say the cables showed no prior wear. The footage says something was already in
the shaft, waiting. The third file is different. It is an audio recording.
Called Roadside Call, 2:01 a.m. A young South Asian woman's voice, strained and quiet. An African American woman calls 911 to report that her car has stalled on an empty highway.
The dispatcher answers immediately, but the transcript reveals a contradiction.
The timestamp on the recording shows the dispatcher spoke asked before the call connected. The first word on the tape is not 911, what is your emergency? It is a single word, almost. Then the dispatcher corrects herself.
The woman describes her location, then stops mid-sentence. Silence. Then, very faintly,
Sound of a car door opening. The woman says nothing else. The call ends after 4 minutes of open line, the incident report says. A Latina woman was found deceased a mile from her vehicle, with no sign of injury. The shadow from the first two files is not visible here, but it is listed in the corner of the incident report. Handwritten and scratched out is a note, shadow present at recovery. I don't think the probability echo archive is a study of randomness.
I think it is a catalog of a system. The shadow appears in the
7 incident files, always at the exact moment of death.
always unnoticed by the living. It does not attack. It observes.
Or perhaps it records. The archive does not contain safety recommendations.
It contains a quiet, deliberate claim. These deaths were not unplanned.
They were harvested. But here is why that idea is even worse than a monster. If these deaths are orchestrated, they are orchestrated with such indifference, such mechanical precision, that the motif is completely illegible. The shadow does not hate its victims. It does not need them. It simply collects.
The universe, in this reading, is not hostile. It is indifferent to the
point of industrial efficiency. The horror is not a creature that wants to.
Reviewing the footage from camera 4 confirms the subject's presence until the data corruption spike at 0:06, where he is redacted from the timeline. And the only reason you do not see the shadow is because you have not yet reached your timestamp. The archive, then, is not a warning. It is a receipt. And if that is true, the scariest part is
not the shadow. It is the possibility that your own death is already
filed somewhere, marked with the same tall, leaning figure, waiting for the camera
to pan away. This theory does not answer every question. It does not explain why the shadow becomes slightly more solid in each
subsequent file, or why the dispatcher in the third file knew what was. Placed behind the last file, as if to include whoever opens it.
At the beginning, I said that random death frightens me because it requires
no villain. But after everything I have seen in the Probability Echo archive, I now wonder if that is the wrong fear. Maybe the real fear is that there is a villain. And it is so vast, so patient, and so impossibly silent that we mistake its work for chance. And if that is true, then the question is no longer why accidents haunt us. The question is, who has been standing behind you? Just out of frame, waiting for your ordinary second to arrive?